This is the Internet Wrestling Syndicate on Pro Wrestling Superstars past, present, and future. My name is Brian the Guppy. Joining me is Manny T.
That's right, the IWS showcasing a three-way dance right here on pay-per-view.
Pierre, Oulette, El Generico, and Kevin Steen will lock it up here. And this match is going to be showing what the IWS represents. Hardcore wrestling, along with the fundamentals of pro wrestling, Manny T.
Absolutely, and here we go.
Pierre Oulette with a collar and elbow, already in El Generico, he's down to the floor. Of course, Pierre Oulette, you might recognize him, former tag team champions as the Quebecers. As well, El Generico, pretty much half his size, 157 pounds. So let's face it, Pierre Oulette's 245.
Now check this out, Guppy. Very smart psychology on the part of Kevin Steen and El Generico teaming up to take the big man down.
Look at that now. Double drop kicks right to the knee, taking the tree trunks down. They're both projecting off the ropes, and a double clothesline by Pierre Ouellet. Wow, 360 rotation on that power slam.
Now right here you see where PCO's power pays off.
What a backdrop.
Absolutely huge move right there. We got Kevin Steen down, Generico down, PCO showboating a little bit. Of course, he has the luxury to do that at this point in the match.
New look, new style for Pierre Ouellet. And let me tell you something, Kevin Steen is probably one of the hottest commodities in all of North America right now. What a somersault plancha by Pierre Ouellet, Manny T. Let's take another look at that one.
Amazing move, a guy his size getting that kind of momentum, that kind of air, absolutely incredible.
Again, 245 pounds vaulting over the top rope. Steen, Generico, thrown back in the ring. Kevin Steen, I gotta say, is one of the proteges, the #1 student of Jacques Rougeau, and again, one of the hottest commodities in Canada and soon to be all in North America.
Very different style. He offers the best of a few different things. He's a high flyer, a mat technician, 19 years old. The whole world's open to this guy. And here's an example of some of the things he is capable of.
Now it looks like Steen and Generico now are kind of double teaming PCO, keeping him out of the ring. Big right hand. That's just all-out power. As you were saying, Kevin Steen, a great technical wrestler, a great high flyer. El Generico, probably one of the best high flyers you will ever see. But now Kevin Steen is going to demonstrate what a swanton bomb.
Absolutely incredible form on that one. Very smart again, working together to take the big man out.
Double team, a moonsault from the second rope. Excellent double team. I think we're going to get another replay of that one because that was unbelievable. Listen to the fans.
Generico, always a fan favorite.
No kidding. Wow, what a super kick from Kevin Steen. Told there is the replay. Thanks, producers. A little late, better late than never. Swanton bomb.
Incredible impact, and of course, what a way to take PCO down.
Second rope moonsault, beautiful. Kevin Steen, though, attacking Generico. Second leg drop.
Look at the speed on this guy, the agility on this guy.
Somersault leg drop, 215 pounds, dropping down. There's a lateral press, only a 2 count. El Generico, like I was saying, probably one of the most popular wrestlers in Canada right now from Tijuana, Mexico, Manny.
Very smart of these two guys. They were working as a unit, got PCO out of the picture for now anyways, taking it on each other. Check this out.
Kevin Steen looking like he was going for an F5. There's a body hook, reverses, could be setting up for a German suplex. Rolls through. Generico going for one of his Yakuzas. Look at that backflip. What agility. Steen demonstrating his agility. And beautiful double team work on PCO.
Again, right there, the psychology. These guys realize they're going to have to work together to keep PCO out of this match.
Oh, he just clotheslined Generico out of his boots. Kevin Steen, I got to tell you, very arrogant, young, brash individual, very hungry, 19 years old. Bret the Hitman Hart told him he could be the next best there is, best there was, and best there ever will be, and it looks like it's going to his head, Manny.
You know what? I wouldn't give him that much so much so soon.
Listen to that chop in the corner. Pierre Oulette incapacitated on the outside. Generico reverses the Irish whip, doubled into the corner. There's the Yakuza. There's that stiff, dirty Yakuza right to the mush.
Full contact right in the face. Gonna have its toll on anybody.
Looks like Generico could be setting up for another one. He loves to do it in threes. Listen to the fans. That's a real kick. I don't care what they say about pro wrestling. Kevin Steen now reversing El Generico a second time back in. Ducks a clothesline. Where's this high flyer going? A somersault, almost a drop kick right down to the floor, Manny, on Pierre Oulette. We got to take a look at that because that was just some unbelievable action we just witnessed.
Check this out right here.
There's the Yakuza.
Sees PCO get up, and there he goes right to the top. Amazing airtime, hang time on that. Drops PCO back down.
Kevin Steen with a beautiful baseball slide on El Generico. Got to tell you, learn more about your IWS superstars. Log on to syndicatewrestling.com for DVDs, merchandise, and read about great talent like the Green Phantom, Beef Wellington, the Syndicate, Lutte Internet, the Arsenal, plus so many more. Back here to this match, there's a brawl going on. Look at those chops. You hear that flesh on flesh smacking, echoing here at Le Scratch and Laval.
You know, you gotta feel bad for Generico. Those chops sound like they're going right through him.
My God, that was Kevin Steen jumping off a balcony. That was about 9 feet in the air with a cross body block, Manny T.
Now again, complete disregard for himself. Mission accomplished. He took down his two competitors. That's what makes this guy so dangerous. Not just a mat technician, not only a high flyer, but willing to go that extra mile.
Putting his body on the line. Look at this. Strength, power. That's 245 pounds being snap suplex on hard concrete floor.
That's right, and PCO, regardless of experience, regardless of build, this guy just took a very hard move on the ground. I don't care who you are, that's gotta hurt.
We should also tell you, Kevin Steen, Pierre Oulette, I mentioned to you before, trained by PCO's former tag team partner. Look at this springboard drop kick, done to perfection. But I got to tell you, a lot of history here with Pierre Oulette, Kevin Steen, because let's face it, PCO's had a hand in training, as I said, the arrogant Kevin Steen as he's showing on those push-ups on that lateral press. Picking up El Generico. Going into the ropes, Generico works again, very resilient. Being set up here now. Oh, man, what a release Tiger suplex that was. Oh.
Absolutely, I was going to say, listen to the fans. They're trying to get PCO back up.
Look at the impact. Buckled. His neck absolutely buckled on that. What's this? A half Tiger, half Dragon suplex from El Generico.
Again, getting a little bit of payback on Kevin Steen. Can't turn your back on Generico. That's a fact.
Most definitely. Like you said, El Generico is also fantastic on the mat. Very underrated wrestler, as there's some stiff forearm shots being exchanged here. And PCO finally makes his way back into the ring.
Absolutely. And not only is he back, he's coming in with huge effort here.
My God, he just threw up Generico up into the rafters, leveled him with that power bomb. Let's take another look at that, Manny.
Look at this. Look at the height, the impact. Absolutely incredible, Generico.
Another angle. Busted Generico in two after that one. Pierre Oulette looks like he's angry. Has him set up here. Loves to use this exploder suplex. Where's he going to launch him? Oh, my God. He just broke his neck. He just broke Generico's neck.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable on the back of his head.
A bone in your neck is not supposed to bend that way, Manny T. He's got him up now. Choke, sit down, power bomb on Kevin Steen. There's a cover. Referee Peanut, the senior official of the IWS, there to make the count.
PCO got his second win, came back in here, and has cleaned house.
Kevin with a low blow on PCO. Should also mention, former WCW Hardcore champion on that road to becoming the IWS champion. Going for a double back suplex. Look at the agility. PCO flips out and two double back suplexes of his own.
Right there, that's where you see him being a veteran pays off. outmaneuvered these guys, was 2 steps ahead, and they paid the price.
There was a cover. Kevin Steen, luckily, out there to make the save on Generico. Oh, he just pushed Pierre Oulette. He's not going to like that one. He just slapped him in the face. This is a guy that had a hand in training him. This is what I'm saying. That's not sportsman. That's absolute disrespect.
PCO, though, not backing down, not even looking fazed by these shots.
As I said before, the IWS is hardcore, but come on, these guys are friends. He has him now. A single top wrist lock by one hand. He's got him in the corner. Look at those chops. Listen to that.
I was just going to say, never mind looking at the chops, listen to them. Each one sounding like thunder.
What's PCO calling for? About a dozen chops right to the chest. Kevin Steen is absolutely dazed and confused, and Generico gets a cheap shot in. Like I said, log on to syndicatewrestling.com for more on your IWS superstars, but PCO has just grabbed El Generico. And just listen to those.
Generico's turn now, it appears, for those shots.
He's calling for them. Listen. Fans absolutely reacting to Pierre Oulette. 100-pound weight difference. Gotta say, he's putting all his force behind those knife edges.
And let's not forget, after a few knife edges, he threw in a little cheap shot to the gut with his knee.
Wow, what a running clothesline. Combos into a DDT. Beautiful innovation by Pierre Oulette. Kevin Steen spiked into the mat.
You know, PCO doing that in one fluid motion, knocking Kevin Steen right back down again.
All I could say is Pierre Oulette and Kevin Steen, look for more matches with these two. I feel a heated feud really battling here. And don't count Generico out. He's an underdog, but let me tell you, at any given time, he can pull off a victory over anyone.
Absolutely. Generico is unpredictable. He's resilient, and he has something very important going for him. The crowd is always 100% behind him. What's going on here, Gup?
I don't know. Pierre Oulette's on the top rope with El Generico. This isn't going to be good. He's setting him up here. A sit-out powerbomb from the top. This one's going to be over. Kevin Steen, out of nowhere, man, he makes the save.
Absolutely. Kevin Steen running in. Look at that.
This one's over. He got out. How the hell did El Generico? Look at this powerbomb. Look at that.
Incredible impact. You see his head snap right off. Unbelievable.
Kevin Steen in control. If he hits maybe one of his 450 splashes with that package pile driver, this one could be over. He went for a moonsault. El Generico counter with a beautiful drop kick to the sternum.
Unbelievable speed and agility coming out of Generico. Now here we go. Exactly what I was telling you. The crowd backing Generico.
Oh, man. And as I told you, that's raw power. Absolutely manhandling El Generico like he just got off the boat from Tijuana.
Absolutely. You know, PCO, you can't take away the strength factor. You can't take away the veteran factor.
Guillotine leg drop. You've seen that in the past. Jeez. Wow, Generico trying to counter with a splash. Referee Peanut in position, but Pierre Oulette's not letting that victory go.
Generico, ever the opportunist, taking a leap of faith right there, going for a pin.
If you're liking what you're seeing now, order DVDs online. Here comes another running powerbomb by Pierre Oulette. As I said, you can order these great matches or keep on checking them out here on pay-per-view on Pro Wrestling Superstars, past, present, and future, or log on to syndicatewrestling.com for more details, Manny T.
This doesn't look good for Generico, laid out in the middle of the ring.
That is the sign for Le Cannonball, perhaps.
PCO looks like he's going for it, Guppy.
He's setting him up here. Kevin Steen is rather close to him and just crotches PCO violently on the top cable.
You know what? You can't blame Kevin Steen. He had to do whatever it took to get PCO off the buckle.
He's going up now. PCO's incapacitated on the outside. El Generico's lied flat on his back. 450 splash. 450 splash. I got to say, El Generico, that is his finisher. But Kevin Steen, if he hits those, which unfortunately for him he didn't, that could be all over.
Very quick, Generico, very quick thinking, got out of the way just in time.
Looks like he's going for one of his own here. He just gave a sign. Listen to the crowd. 450 of his own.
But PCO back up.
Pulled him out. Crafty veteran and just clubbed him. I'm sorry. Absolutely clubbed him. But wait a minute. PCO is on the top. He climbed the ladder. There's the cannonball. All his impact. This one's done. Pierre Oulette pulls off a sensational victory.